Please welcome Mr. Bill Rone.
Bright lights, big city. Hey, welcome y'all. Welcome to the Bill and Brett Show. In case you didn't know, Brett and I are headlining. We are so glad you're here. Now, never in my mind did I envision that one day I would be the opening act for a rising country superstar like Brett Young. And at a sold-out crowd at the Ritz-Carlton, no less. Now, I don't know about you, but to me, that's really putting on the Ritz. Seriously, I want to thank the entire Academy for the opportunity to share my story with you. I am equal parts honored and humbled. My story embodies what Concordance Academy is accomplishing as an engine for social change. Success over all adversity, a positive future regardless of how negative a past, and hope over gloom and despair. Ironically, my journey through the justice system started at the County Justice Center just up the street. Even more ironic is the fact that I helped in the construction of that facility. Only to be housed there years later. I called it a quality control check at the time. It is while in the county jail I first realized that numbers become more important than names during incarceration. My DOC number, my cell number, my count number, my security level number, and most importantly, my number of days until release. But to me, the truly dehumanizing part is release. Let me explain with an analogy. When wild animals are captured and put on display, they can no longer use and thus lose their natural skills and abilities. These animals become institutionalized, dependent upon their keepers for every basic necessity. Research proves that without proper training and help, both before and after release, the vast majority are incapable of readapting to their natural environment. Sadly, many die. Many more must return to captivity to survive. The reality facing released inmates is not much different. And I believe this helps explain why our recidivism rate is so high. Now, I was very fortunate upon release to have enough of a support system to survive. I found housing from some construction guys I knew. They let me live in a house being gut rehabbed. It had no plumbing, so I had to use the Johnny on the spot in the backyard. And I struck a deal with a neighbor to do yard work and odd jobs in exchange for using his shower once a day. Eventually, I found a dishwasher job also, but was not allowed to work more than 30 hours a week because then I would have been eligible for benefits and better pay. A coworker there helped me secure yet another part-time job with a catering concern. And between the two jobs, at least I ate every day. After a while, I made enough money to purchase my own transportation. It had 2 wheels and 10 speeds. And downhill it was fast. Then one Saturday, one of the construction guys told a story about how Goodwill refused to take his old work truck because it was in such bad shape. It had no rear window, a cracked front windshield, the transmission had no reverse, the tires were bald, the battery was dead, the exhaust system was, in fact, not a system at all. And on he went. Well, you can see this coming. I did the only logical thing I could think of. I bought that truck. Ladies and gentlemen, that truck is parked outside tonight. Thank you. Thank you. It keeps me grounded. Every time I start that truck, it drives me further from my past and closer to my future. In the first years after release, life was a daily struggle. But ever so slowly, my life improved, and I realized I had to do more than just survive. I had to start living again. After weighing my limited options, I went deep into debt and returned to college. This road was not easy. I carried a full load of classes while still working my 4 part-time jobs. In my final semester, I also included an intensive internship with Concordance Academy. Looking back, I don't know how I did it. I just knew I had to. I only wish Concordance Academy had been available when I was incarcerated. To have received guidance and help prior to release would have been a godsend. To know that I was coming out to a real career potential, real housing, real social help would have allowed more of my energy to be devoted elsewhere, like repairing and rebuilding relationships, especially with my daughter Rachel, who is here with me tonight. And making amends to those that I had harmed. Concordance Academy would have made my reintegration smoother, shorter, and most importantly, safer. And isn't that a win for everyone? Thank you. I graduated this past May from Harris Stowe State University. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I am currently in the process of applying to Washington University for their Masters of Social Work program. Thank you again. For the first time in a long time, I feel like I have a future. While I am obviously proud of my accomplishments, I am also bothered that my story is that of an outlier, a statistical anomaly. I hope and pray for the day when it is the norm. Today, my bucket list contains 3 tenets only: to help those most in need, to be part of the solution, not part of the problem, and to honor my parents' memory. My parents could not be here tonight. They both passed away in 2009. I did not get clean and sober until 2010. Do the math. They have missed it all. They do not know that I'm helping those most in need. They only knew I was the one who most needed the help. They do not see that I am part of the solution. They only saw that I was the problem. Thanks to the great people at Concordance Academy and the small part I get to play, I am able to honor their memory every day. It's not enough, not nearly. They deserve so much better. When the day comes and I am reunited with my parents, my only hope is that they're proud to be my parents, because I am so proud to be their son. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, what's on your bucket list? What's important, not just to you, but to your parents and grandparents, to your children, your grandchildren, and beyond? How will you be remembered? What will your legacy be? I want to share a soon-to-be famous quote with you. I vini, I vidi, I Versace. Loosely and very loosely translated, it means you came tonight, you saw and heard tonight, you helped tonight. On behalf of my parents, Robert and Phyllis Rone, I want to thank you all for allowing me to share. Thank you.